Hello and welcome back to Rooted in the Seasons, where ancient wisdom meets modern life with a strong cup of tea and practical tools for real busy women. I'm Katja Patel, Ayurvedic diet and lifestyle educator, yoga teacher, teacher mentor. I help women find more calm and clarity through small daily rituals, seasonal rhythm, and timeless wisdom that actually fits into real life. In today's episode, I want to talk about simple food. No food trends, no detoxes, just the kind of meals we naturally return to when our digestion gets tired, overloaded, or is in need of rest. For me, that food is Mung Dal. I often come back to it after festive periods or times of richer food, when meals have been heavier, rhythms a little looser, and my body starts asking for less stimulation and a little more care. A few bowls of Mung Dal soup are usually enough to bring things back into balance, not just physically, but mentally too. And that's what I want to explore with you today. I noticed in myself and in my clients that digestion doesn't struggle necessarily because we have done something wrong. Sometimes it struggles because it had to work harder for a while. Rich food, irregular meal times, late nights, more stimulation in general. All of that asks more from the digestive system. And at some point, the body says, can we have a break here? Can you make something simpler, please? Ayurveda has a beautiful way of responding to that request. Not with restrictions, but with nourishment that's easy to digest. In Ayurveda, Mung Dal is considered one of the most digestible legumes. That's quite unusual because mostly beans and lentils are heavy, they are drying or bloating for people. But Mung Dal is different. It's light but nourishing, strengthening without being heavy. It's grounding without being dull. And most importantly, it's tridoshic. That means it's suitable for Vata, Pitta, and Kapha types. That means as well, it works well when digestion is sensitive during seasonal transitions, during and after illnesses, or when the system simply feels overwhelmed. It's one of those rare foods that almost everyone can tolerate and benefit from. On a personal note, I was introduced to Mung Dal nearly 30 years ago by Veena Chitambe, the wife of my late teacher, Sri Guruji Balachitambe. Since then, it has been a steady presence in my kitchen. Whenever my digestion feels delicate or out of rhythm, Mung Dal is what I come back to. Not as a rule, but as a kind of home base. There's a calm that comes from eating food that doesn't demand too much of the body. And what I love about Mung Dal is that it restores rhythm. It's light, warming, and deeply satisfying and delicious without tipping the system into heaviness. You can eat it as a nourishing lunch or as a light dinner for a few days in a row. And instead of feeling deprived, most people feel clearer, steadier, and more settled. This is not about resetting yourself. It's about listening. Another reason Mung Dal works so well is that you can adapt it easily to the seasons. In the summer, spices like cumin, coriander, and fennel help to cool and support the digestion. In the autumn and winter, warmer spices like mustard seeds, black pepper, cinnamon, or cloves help balance vata. In spring, adding mustard seeds, chili, or extra lemon helps stimulate slower kapha digestion. Same base dish, different support. That's seasonal living in practice. I don't go into the full recipe here. You can find that in the blog post, but at its heart, it's very simple. You soak Mung Dal, yellow split Mung Dal, for a couple of hours. Slowly simmer it, combine it with spices that support the digestion, add seasonal vegetables, and that's it. Nothing complicated, nothing fancy. Healing food is always simple. If your digestion feels unsettled right now, or if you feel drawn to eating more simple again, consider this as an invitation. Not to change everything, just to soften things. Try a few bowls of Mung Dal. Notice how your body responds. Notice how your mind feels. Sometimes clarity doesn't come from doing more, but from asking less of the system. You'll find the full recipe and the seasonal adaptations in the blog post linked below. And if you try it, I'd love to hear how it feels in your body. Until next time, eat simply, move gently, and stay rooted in the season you're in. Thank you so much for listening to Rooted in the Season. If you enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe or follow Rooted in the Seasons on Spotify or Apple Podcast. That way, new episodes land automatically for you. If you like more support between episodes, you can download my free guide, my 5 quick Ayurvedic fixes from scatter to steady, and join my Sunday Read newsletter. You'll find the links in the show notes. If something in today's episode resonated with you, I'd genuinely love to hear from you. You can connect with me on Substack, or even better, send me an email. I always read and answer them. Until next time, stay rooted in the seasons. Bye-bye.